So I actually feel sorry for many of you, the Obedients. All because you are calling out a bad government, asking for a better one, and people are actually really mad about you guys. I don't understand why. Some said it's because of jealousy, of this or that. Listen, this is not normal. I have never seen where these Obedients actually acted violence at anybody. Have you ever met a mad Nigerian? Nigeria is a place where the oppressed, the impoverished Nigerians, they actually have strong, a passionate hatred towards Peter Obi that is not in government than they have against the people in government. I've never seen anything like this before. Tell me, I will believe you that this is not a madman.
Me anyway want to show me, I will speak the truth for you. Let them know this truth, that Nigeria is dark, Nigeria is backward, Nigeria is useless, Nigeria is suffering because of dogma of religion, dogma of tribe. Look at this one telling me rubbish about Obi. He doesn't know who Obi is. Go and ask Obi who is his chief butcher. What is your school? Nigeria school is a rubbish place to go. I hate the schools I went to. They are rubbish. I trash all those rubbish. If you don't revolt, obedient people are zombies. No naira, you are still obedient.
For the purpose of this video, I have nothing against IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB's cause is an Igbo cause. What they are fighting for, at least what they started out fighting for, is an Igbo fight that every Igbo person embraces. How we are going about that struggle differs. The way IPOB is going about that struggle, I seriously differ with. The cause they are fighting for, I agree with, and I believe my sentiment applies to most Igbos, if not most, all Igbos.
Kaikene Fred Wanko Ezudo Ezenwafosi Ajalebia Publisher African Lifestyle Magazine, Chicago.
Hello, everybody. Once again, this is Fred Wanko coming to you from our studios in Chicago with another edition of Bold Talk on Highland TV. And as usual, I like to say good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, depending on where you are around the world. Folks, looking at Nigeria today, let's be candid with each other. Do you really think that Igbos are the problems in Nigeria? Notwithstanding Fulani herdsmen, notwithstanding Boko Haram, notwithstanding one segment of the country thinking they have to always rule, notwithstanding lack of infrastructure, no electricity, no water. A good Yoruba friend of mine shared a video with me this morning, and the video, you could tell that his reason for sharing it is to tell me, oh Fred, you hear what an Igbo person is saying about Igbos? Igbos are the problems in Nigeria. And there's nothing wrong with having that opinion if that's a fact. We really need to study Nigeria honestly and see who really is the problem. We need to look ourselves in the mirror. So listen.
It is very, very disheartening to see Igbo people celebrating calamity, celebrating disaster, glorifying evil. Igbo man, since inception of the creation or the independence of this nation has always caused its own problem, has always caused its own calamity. When you look deep into what happened in 1966 that led to the massacre and the killing of the Igbos in the north, it was heartless, it was soulless, unreasonable men in the military that caused it. They slaughtered Igbos like no man business in the north because of what we provoked. I do not understand why Igbo man will continue to provoke his own destruction. If anybody that can say the truth will tell you the root cause of 1996 coup and its consequences. Every time Igbo man is fighting for freedom, and I begin to wonder, are they in captivity? We are not in captivity. We are the captive of ourselves. Nobody is victimizing an Igbo man. We are the one victimizing ourselves. We are the one causing our own destruction. Ojukwu, out of useful exuberance, led the Igbos into a war that slaughtered 30 million men and women that would have developed Igbo land today. Imagine if the 3 million souls that were killed during the Civil War were alive today. Igbo nation would have been a great nation to reckon with as long as this earth is concerned. But this man, when Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe told him, don't go into this war, apply wisdom, he started plotting how to destroy Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe. He did all type until he led Nigeria into that calamity. At the end of it all, he abandoned the same people he was fighting their freedom and flee. Many sons and daughters of Igbo nation were destroyed, were killed. Graduate and undergraduate of University of Nigeria and Nsukka were slaughtered mercilessly. The funniest thing that he came back after he was pardoned. He abandoned the same Igbo people and go and joined party with the same people he called his enemies. It is on record that no single soul died in his father's house. Not even any of his child. Another beast from the pit of hell has started using the same evil propaganda lies to deceive the Igbo people again, leading them into another destruction. I don't want to talk about his person. But one thing is certain, that whosoever that follow foolishness will end up into a sudden destruction. Nnamdi Kanu has caused so much pain in Igbo land. What is actually wrong with we Igbos? Why are we so destructive? Why are we so wicked? They are completely void of anything that is called love among them. It's only few good ones, especially when you come within the Anambra that loves themselves a bit. My father fought the Civil War. My father said that at nature, Igbo started killing their fellow Igbo men. What is wrong with this tribe? Nigeria is the pillar of light that controls Africa. Is unbreakable, is unconquerable, is indestructible, is an indomitable nation. If you like, die 50 million, Nigeria remains Nigeria. If you like, kill yourselves. If you like, destroy yourselves. Go ahead and kill yourself. Go ahead, give arms to the Igbos to kill the Igbos. Nigeria remains one indivisible nation. In every nation, in every setup, in every family, there is always the hate. If Igbo man want to be politically relevant, they should stop all this rubbish. They should stop all this rubbish of threatening. You don't use threats to play politics. Wisdom should tell them that negotiation and dialogue is the only way out. If you think you are being marginalized, you negotiate. You dialogue. Look at the churches. Falsehood in churches, scam in churches started in Aba, in Owerri. All manner of demonic agents parading themselves as pastors, deceiving, scamming people. You need alliance. You need dialogue. What we need in this country is equity and justice. The whole Biafran war was fought with lies and propagandas, heartless betrayals, selfish men. We are our own victim. Nigerian government is not victimizing anybody. When you present yourself untrustworthy, nobody will trust you. No reasonable person will trust a man that is full, a tribe that is full of betrayers.
Jay, help us, oh. Help us. There is God. Oh.
The Igbo man is full of betrayals. The Fulani man, the Yoruba man, the Edo man, the Ibibio man, the Hausa man, everybody else in Nigeria does not betray anybody. It's just Igbos. These Igbos are terrible people. The topic I actually wanted to discuss today, I'm gonna come back to it at this point because it ties in. I've said this several times and I'll continue to say it. There's not a single thing an Igbo man does wrong in Nigeria that a Fulani man doesn't do wrong, a Yoruba man, an Edo man, an Hausa man, an Ibibio man. There is also not a single thing Igbos do exceptionally well that a Fulani man, a Yoruba man, an Hausa man, an Edo man, a Ibibio, a Joe, Robo does not do exceptionally well. We're all Nigerians. We went to the same elementary schools. The curriculum, for the most part, is the same. The teachers, for the most part, are the same. The teachers went through the same training for the most part. The principals in those schools are the same. The leaders we have feed from the same source, which is Abuja. The values we learn through the system is all the same. All the good values that Igbos learned, the rest of the country learned it. All the bad values that Igbos learned, the rest of the country learned it. Everything this idiot just ranted against Igbos in that video, you'll find in Yoruba land, you'll find in Fulani land, you'll find in any part of Nigeria. As for Igbos being responsible for Igbos being massacred in the north in 1967, I like every Nigerian with an open mind. Having seen what Nigeria has deteriorated to this point, to go back and revisit the biases, the prejudices you were fed in 1966 about what led to the war, and see if the war was started by Igbos. And he said that Ojukwu led Igbos into a massacre. Ojukwu made mistakes in that war. Gowon made mistakes in that war. Zeke made mistakes in that war. Awolowo made mistakes in that war. The Fulanis did not make mistakes. They calculated and delivered what they planned step by step in that war. And what I responded to my friend who sent me that video was, I asked him, number one, do you agree with what the guy is saying? Evidently you do. That's why you sent it to me, to say, hey, you see Igbos and their trouble? And I asked him, I said, if 300,000 Yorubas were massacred in the north or the east in 1966, and Obasanjo or Adekunle decided that we can't take this anymore, and comes back home and consults with Yoruba leaders about what to do about the attack on Yorubas, all over the country. Actually, Igbos were also massacred in Abeokuta and Lagos. Igbo soldiers. If the elders in Yoruba land told Obasanjo or Adekunle that we can't do this, we have to bring our people home. Remember, Ojukwu did not start the war. Ojukwu brought his people home to stop them from being massacred in the north. And while they were home, and there was threats about that he's going to break away from Nigeria, not fight Nigeria. He wasn't planning a war against Nigeria. He was going to declare an independent state if Nigeria cannot protect Igbos in Nigeria. The international community got involved and they went to Aburi to negotiate how to get everybody peaceful and happy. They had a successful meeting in Aburi. Gowon, the leader of Nigeria, signed off on the agreement in Aburi. But when he came back to Nigeria, the conniving cabal did not like the idea of federating units and everybody going back to their region. And they reneged on the agreement in Aburi. And Ojukwu said, on Aburi we stand. It was Nigeria who, for the record, it was Nigeria who attacked Igbo land, and Igbos had to defend themselves. But the reality is that most of the other tribes in Nigeria have started to see what really happened in that war. And much of the progressive Yorubas have started seeing what really happened in that war. Nigerians, we need to get away from this, you see your people. Yorubas are not your people to me. Individually, Yorubas are who they are to me. The good, the bad, the evil. Individually, Igbos should be who they are to you. The good, the bad, and the evil. What one Igbo person does shouldn't be seen as those Igbos. Just like I don't see what this person sent me as how every Yoruba person feels. And I don't even think that the person who sent me this is prejudiced. But I just wanted to do this video so that next time when he sees a video like that or reads an article like that, I expect that the person I know in him should take over, which is a good Nigerian with common sense, and not one that is easily swayed by sentiments and lies. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, this is Fred Nwanko coming to you from our studios in Chicago with another edition of Bull Talk on Island TV. And until next time, good night and God bless.
This is the history of Nigeria. One step forward, two steps backwards. Now listen. Oyibo go, then Balewa come. Balewa and Azikiwe na dem rule. As them go agree, Ironsi come. Them kill Ironsi, then Gowani come. Gowani go, Moritala come. Them buy Moritala, Obasanjo come. Obasanjo go, then Shagari come. Them remove Shagari, Buhari come. Buhari go, then Babangida come. Maradona go, Shone come. Shone Congo, Abacha come. Abacha buy, Abdul Salami come. Salami go, Obasanjo come again. Baba go, Yaradua come. Yaradua buy, Jonathan come. Good luck he go. Buhari come again. Buhari go. Jagabani come. All these people rule. We see they where we did. This is the history of Nigeria. One step forward, two steps steps backwards. Now listen. Oyibo go, then Balewa come. Balewa and Azikiwe na dem rule. As them go agree, Ironsi come. Them kill Ironsi, then Gowani come. Gowani go, Moritala come. Them buy Moritala, Obasanjo come. Obasanjo go, then Shagari come. Them remove Shagari, Buhari come. Buhari go, then Babangida come. Maradona go, Shone come. Shone Congo, Abacha come. Abacha buy, Abdul Salami come. Salami go, Obasanjo come again. Baba go, Yaradua come. Yaradua buy, Jonathan come. Good luck he go. Buhari come again. Buhari go. Jagabani come. All these people rule. We see they where we dey.